Welcome to the FGTN show. We are live. It is Saturday night tonight. We are one day late. Last couple of weeks, these Fridays have been insane for me. So I appreciate everybody hanging in there, just delaying it one day rather than canceling the show. I think we all appreciate that. So thank you all to everybody that's tuning in here live. Drop in the chat, say hello. We got Scratching with Blaine here. How's it going? Member of the channel as well with that cool super logo at the end there. Nice to see you Scratching with Blaine. Let me know who's here hanging out in the comments. We have got a packed show tonight. I was just going through a couple minutes late here, starting at 10:05 p.m. Central. I've got so much. I took like 30% of the items off this list. Maybe we need to do this show a little bit more frequently. We'll see here. What's up, Fierce Outdoors? Thanks for tuning in. We got Shane tuning in from Kentucky. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to make sure that if anybody has questions, I did not add questions to the end of this because I think we're already going to be pushing the time here. But if you have questions, drop them down in the comments, and then we'll make sure that we do plenty of Q&As. I know quite a few people filled out the question form down below in the description. If you ever want to get a question in at the end of the stream, that is the best way to do it. So let's get me off the screen here. Something that I wanted to chat through is there's really two big things that are happening this weekend. Not sure if any of you follow either of them, but there is a big bass fishing tournament going on right now that you may or may not know of. And then there is also March Madness going on if you follow sports and basketball as well. So one of the cool things that company that I think most of us are around the ice fishing industry. I think over 70% of people that I've surveyed in the past actually ice fish that watch this channel, which is pretty cool. We're kind of getting to the end of the season now and we're going to be opening back up. Obviously, there's going to be more and more open water thoughts on the top of our mind as well. But Clam Outdoors, big in the ice fishing industry, right? They're doing something kind of cool. I'm not sure if anybody's seen this. You can't really enter it now, but I just wanted to call it out because I think it's pretty cool. You can actually fill an ice fishing March Madness bracket here. So it's just a play on it. Doesn't have anything at all to do with basketball, but kind of the way that you fill out a bracket, right, for the March Madness tournaments, where you've got your Sweet 16, you've got your Elite 8, your Final 4, the championship, different awards. And what they've done here is they've built it in a way that they have lake championships and then clam pro tackle championships. And so what it is, I don't know if this will work. Oh, it does work if I click on it. So like the lakes, they've got Lake of the Woods and Upper Red Lake. So they're going to go head to head. So the way that they do it is you fill out your bracket. We've got Green Bay in Winnebago on here, right? We've got Saginaw Bay. We've got Cascade, Fort Peck, Devil's Lake, right? So a lot of these in the ice belt. But what they'll do is they'll do voting. So everybody gets a timeline for when they have to have it filled out by. That's obviously passed. And then you can see the dates for them. 318 to 320 is the Sweet 16. The 21st through the 22nd is the Elite 8. The 24th through the 25th, and so on. And what they're doing is they're doing a story on their actual Facebook page. I don't normally share Facebook, so let me see if this works here. So on their Facebook page here, what they do is they've got a story. So if you click on their story here, view story, you can see the way that it works is they've got polls, which I don't think there's a poll going live right now, and then they're showing you which one wins. So it's based off of the audience to vote, and then you get points based off of that, which is kind of cool. So anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of a fun, non-controversial way to start the live, because I know that there's probably some topics in here, maybe even the one that we're going to talk about right now, that gets some people's blood pumping a little bit here. So let's go ahead and hop into that. But drop it down in the comments. I wasn't able to get into the clam tournament, but you guys got to let me know if you did. We got Don. What it is, man. We got Zach, big fan. Thanks for the videos, of course. Bassmaster Classic. See, you know what's going on. All right. So Canada, this is one of the big topics we're going to talk about. We're not going to drain the topic because I know you can't see the tabs that I got open across the top, but I got a ton. If you want, maybe we do a live stream dedicated to any of these topics that you think are really meaningful, or we could do videos. We could just do a live chat, Q&A, maybe even have some of you on and just kind of have a conversation about it. Let me know what's important to you, both if you're live here and on the replay squad. I look back at all the comments. But Canada imposes tariffs that will affect the sport fishing industry. So starting March 13th, 2025, so it's technically, I need an ad blocker. There are so many freaking ads on these websites nowadays. I had an ad blocker going, but it about 2 weeks ago, it started blocking a lot of my access to websites, so I had to turn it off. And now I didn't even realize how many ads these websites have. Okay, starting on March 13th, 2025. So in effect, it's already been in effect for 9 days now. The government of Canada is imposing a 25% tariff on roughly $30 billion of products that are imported from the US. This is not targeting the fishing industry, right? So let's just be really clear on that. This is, as they've said here, the list of items does include fishing rods, hooks, nets, lines, and other tackle, because that is some of the stuff that does get imported from the US to Canada. According to a recent announcement made by the Canadian government, the announcement explained that the new tariffs would remain in place until the US eliminates its tariffs. So, as we know, there are tariffs that the US has put against Canadian steel and aluminum products that are coming into the US. So there's negotiations supposedly going on right now. Why do we want to talk about this? Do we want to talk about politics on here? No, we're not going to talk about politics on here. That's not the goal of this conversation. What the goal of the conversation is to be aware of this. So this, really does suck. I know there's a lot of Canadians that watch my channel and the content and even this show, and it sucks a lot for Canadians because we're having, of course, tariffs on imported steel and aluminum here products, right, that are coming from Canada, which in turn is going to make our products like fishing reels and lures and different fishing components more expensive because the resources are harder to get, or there's the idea of a supply and demand curve differentiation than what there is today, which is going to cause the cost to go up. But then if those products get sold back to Canada, it's going to go up even more. So Canadians are probably going to see some crazy price spikes. Now, here's why I'm bringing this up and what we want to talk about here is the way that this works. My day job is in an industry that's impacted by a lot of these tariffs as well. Now, I don't work in the fishing industry for my day job, but I've learned a whole lot about how these things work. It is not an immediate thing. So typically what happens in any consumer market like this is these products that we see like in this picture, they're already on the shelf. There's already a cost that's been paid for them at wholesale for them to get on the shelf. There's a retail price associated with it. And granted, there's no predicting exactly how things are going to happen. I mean, who knows? Maybe next week the tariffs are going to go away. We don't know. But what we do know now is that whatever prices are out there right now, they're probably not going to go a whole ton lower than that. They may go crazy high. And the reason is their tariffs aren't impacting the things that are already in Canada on the shelves, or the aluminum and steel products that are already here in the US on the shelves or in the factories getting made. Those typically will lag 3 to 6 to 12 months from when the tariffs are enacted, because it's when they buy those raw materials like steel and aluminum later on, or those imports start hitting and then their average cost goes up and then they pass it through. Potentially, retailers may pass that through to the consumer because they don't want to eat into their profit margin. So the entire point in this is yes, stay tuned to this. Hopefully these things go away. And I'm in the US. I know many people here are in the US and in Canada. Hopefully our country's governments can work some stuff out so that way we can get along and make fishing gear more affordable for everybody. I think that's one of the big things that I really would appreciate and want for everybody here. So I will continue to do the best that I can, even in these streams. So the back part of the stream is all about deals that are going on right now. And this is really the messaging of around, if any of this stuff is interesting to you and you were thinking about getting it, now may be a good time to get it, right? And that's really the message that I want to land with. And don't be surprised if prices start going up. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. There's some timelines in here, things that are happening. I'm sure many people are aware of this. And like I would agree with what it says here is like we just have to hang tight. There's currently no way for manufacturers to seek exemptions from the tariffs right now. It's right now between the kind of the governments and the politicians to figure out the negotiations right now. So fortunately, hopefully there's already stuff on the shelf that you can buy. So that is one thing to be aware of. All right, next up. This I thought was pretty interesting. I don't know if it's going to impact very many of us too much. I've got quite a few different news articles here, and then we're going to get into new products, and then we're going to talk about deals. So Pure Fishing opens a new showroom, and they make a big announcement. And what that big announcement is they're not going to ICAST. So if you don't know what ICAST is the largest, sorry, I'm trying to get this ad to close here. ICAST is the largest fishing gear, tackle, tech trade show, I believe in the world, for sure in the country. It's down in Florida. It happens every year. I went last year. I got everything booked up for this year as well. It's in July. And all of the fishing vendors bring all their new products to that show. And it's to showcase to distributors, to retailers, to media, to buyers, the new stuff. So that way people can buy them and then sell them in retail stores, right? Well, Pure Fishing, the parent company of many different companies, we can see some of them here, Fraybill, Berkeley, I think they've got some here too, Plano, Abu Garcia, Penn, Ugly Stick, many, many more. They are not going to ICAST. So basically, they've said, we built our own showroom. And so that's where we're going to spend our money and investment. And we want people to come to us because if we go to ICAST, people aren't going to come to our new showroom. So kind of an interesting pivot that we're seeing happen. ICAST, I believe, is an event that we're going to continue growing again and again and again. And it's just going to keep blowing up, especially with more media personnel. I go with a media badge when I go. I'm not a buyer. I don't go attached to any brand or anything like that because I'm completely independent. And this is surprising to me because when I do my iCast videos this year, you're not going to see me talk about any of these brands. And why? Because they're not there. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe they'll be back next year. We'll see how this one goes. But that's kind of the news here. Don't want to draw this one out. I will send out, as I always do, link all these articles down below as soon as it's over. Plano has some pretty cool new tackle boxes that they came out with this year, as well as bags. So I'll continue to cover them on the channel. I just won't see them down at ICAST. So last week, in fact, we talked about some of the new Plano cases. So yes. All right, here is whoa, what did I click on? I didn't even realize I clicked on a link. Here is another big one that I think is kind of cool. I've actually never heard of this before. It's the ORR, or the Outdoor Recreation Roundtable. And essentially what this is it is a group, an organization that actually has encouraged 24 states since 2013 to build what's called an outdoor recreation office in their state. And the entire goal of this organization is to focus on the outdoors and outdoor recreation and continue to grow it in their state. So 24 states currently have this office in them. The goal this year is to get to that 25th state. So they've got a 25 in 2025 campaign, which is all just about adding another state to it. You can read this article and find out if your state is already included in it. But what I think is interesting, it doesn't actually have anything to do with the organization. I'm a big fan of any organization that encourages people to get outside, enjoy nature, the environment, help with conservation, making sure that we have fishing, hunting, camping, hiking, outdoor activities for generations to come. So I think this is really, really cool. What I thought was really interesting is they did some industry research, which they have to do, right? Because the entire goal here is to grow outdoor recreation. So what do they need to do? They need to understand how big it is now, as well as the impact that they're making to it. So there's actually a couple cool websites that I'll have linked here that are actually from them. So they have recreationroundtable.org is their website, and you can actually go through. So like I'm in Minnesota here, you can see the outdoor recreation economy by state. Yeah, I know Canada's not up here. This is a United States thing. But like Minnesota, for instance, $13.5 billion in value added uh, uh, revenue, I guess, gross domestic product that's been generated annually. I think this is using 2023 data is the last full year data that they have. The outdoor recreation space generated 95,000, almost 96,000 jobs. It's 2.8% of the state economy and 3.1% of state employment. Let's look at North Dakota, $1.6 billion, 15,000 jobs. Wisconsin, 11.2 billion in dollars, almost 100,000 jobs. Let's go to like Maine, 30,000 jobs, 3.4 billion in value added dollars. So pretty cool. If you look at the annual gross economic output from the outdoor recreation space, $1.2 trillion is the economic output of the outdoor recreation industry in 2023, surpassing industries such as farming, mining, utilities. So this is massive. Now, you can keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper here. A couple things I'm just going to call out that I thought were really interesting. Fishing is a $12.5 billion economic impact by industry segment based off of nominal gross output in 2023. So fishing is a $12.5 billion market, which is pretty awesome. Now, if you wanted to go even deeper into this, there's like a ton of data in here, like actual um, these charts are not impressive. Like these charts. So, right. So, outdoor recreation value added by industry, millions of current dollars is what this is going off of. And you can actually dig in and see. So, these are. So you can see fishing, excluding boating, in real outdoor recreation gross output by activity from the years 2012 to 2023. I look at this more for an industry size standpoint. So let me read you a couple of facts that I took notes on that I thought were pretty impressive. So boating and fishing industry led all conventional outdoor activities with a $36.8 billion in value added. That's right. Boating and fishing led all conventional outdoor activities. So boating and fishing is the number one focus for them because it is the biggest right now. Um, the top boating and fishing states are Florida at 4.2 billion, California 3.1, and Texas at 2.8. That's the boating and fishing states. Before, when I was saying like the state by state, that was for outdoor recreation. These numbers I'm saying now are specific to the boating and fishing space. Boating and fishing GDP, gross domestic product, is up from 34.3 billion in 2022 to 36.8 billion in 2023. In the US, the gross domestic product that's produced in the boating and fishing industry is on the rise, almost 2 billion just over the course of the last year. Fishing alone, so if you just count boats out, added 5.9 billion in gross domestic product in 2023. Here's an interesting one. Charters in water guided tours, right? So this is like guides, right? Guide services hit $14.75 billion, nearly double since 2015 in 2023. Since 2015 to 2023, guide services have doubled in the US. And I think there's a lot to say there around live imaging, forward-facing sonar, technology advances, gear advances to make it more accessible, fun to be out there, and more guides seem to be coming out of the woodwork. And we're seeing more and more people go independent in guiding as well. So I'm not going to drain this a ton, but this is actually pretty cool to look at. Outdoor gear and apparel industry. So that's not fishing and boating; it's gear and apparel. And so, like, you think about like rain suits, you think about winter gear, right? So we think about it maybe in the sense of like, what are the activities we do maybe around fishing? But if you hunt, you probably use some of the same gear across it. So this is actually looking at all outdoor recreation for gear and apparel. So some of this is fishing, some of it's hunting, some of it's hiking, some of it's whatever. Just gear and apparel alone is a $68 billion annual industry in the US. So I don't know. I geek out around these numbers. I think it's kind of cool. Not sure if you guys found that interesting, but let's move on. Move on. So Huk. I always call it Huck, but it is Huk. It's pronounced hook, just like a fishing hook. Huk goes all in on performance fishing with the Pro Series lineup. So we're gonna actually, I think I've got a little video to show you actually here too. But I will warn you, this is not cheap gear. So they've got bibs and they've got a jacket. It looks sick. Like, tell me this doesn't look awesome. Well, guess what? It does look awesome. It was featured in the 2024 iCast, really announced. We're now getting into that time of the year where it's available and it's going to really start being sold because we're kind of out of the ice fishing space, at least in this part of the belt. And so that Pro Series jacket and bib are going to take off. There's a couple more pictures here, and we're going to talk through specs in a second. But first, let me play this video for you. If I can share this, and I'll play this. You should be able to hear it. I'll mute my mic. This will only go for about a minute and a half here, and then I'll pause it, and then we'll roll on back to me.
Hey guys, here we are at the 2024 iCast show. We're at the Huk booth. You guys, I've been looking to tell everybody about this rain suit for a couple of years. I've been really testing it, putting it through the works, and it has held up and done really well for me. It's got a 3-layer Toray stretch material that allows it to be not only waterproof, it's breathable, and it's lightweight and more comfortable for you to wear. Because a lot of times rain suits get stiff, and this one here really stretches with you and it makes it super comfortable to wear. Also, there's a few things on it that it's got some straps on the inside. So when you can put these on, and when you got your rain suit ready to go.
Like, I've never seen anything like this with those straps. Like, that's pretty.
You got it
cool.
on. Say you have a little old pop-up shower come through. Okay, you got your, got your whole suit on. Unzip it, and instead of having to take it off and throw it back in the boat, take it off. You're still, hands are free. Go back to fishing, whatever you're doing. Another pop-up shower comes on, then you just slip it right back up, and you're not having to fumble around your boat looking for it. All of your adjustments on either your hood, all they are is push button. You just push that button, it releases your adjustment here. It pulls down, slides right back up. You're good to go.
It's the fine
same thing around the base of your jacket. To give it tighter around your waist.
There's one more feature.
Another thing I wanted to highlight was the double cuff system. We got only the outside, but we also have the in-suits having the set outside here. And also,
here we go.
And also something that was really, really cool for me, they got this new hat clip. When you're running down the lake going 70, what happens? Water's going up under your hood and everything. Your hat's getting wet or whatever's going on. Well, take that hat clip, put it on there. You're good to go. Rock and roll, run 70, 80, 90 mile an hour down the lake if you want to, and you're still going to keep your hat dry and secure. This Huk Pro rain suit was something that we've been really.
So anyway, so pretty cool products that they got here. Let's flip on over to their website. So this is the Pro Series. This is the Pro Series jacket and bib. Full MSRP retail, $500 a piece. So this is a $1,000 suit. I know this is crazy expensive. I think these are going to go on sale pretty soon here, and we'll see some crazy good deals on them. At least I would imagine so. I wouldn't pay this full price for it, but if I can get a crazy good deal on it, I might pick them up because they look slick in the features, in just the styling. I've met Luke before, He's a great guy, and if he says it's awesome, I mean, I'll take his word for it. But so the specs here. So let's click on one of them, and then we'll walk through the jacket here real quick. I know not everybody's going to jump out and buy this right now, so I will. We won't spend too much time on it, but you can see tons of photos here. It looks slick. We get that. Okay, what are the specs on this thing? Well, here we go. It's fully waterproof, seam sealed, stretch breathable. The waterproofing on it is 30K. Whoa, what happened? Here we go. 30K waterproof, 15K breathable, constructed of Torre 3L stretch nylon. So this is important. So a lot of rain suits are very rigid, right? It's not that they're tight, but when you have it on, if you need to stretch in like it's tight, there's no give to it. This is a stretch material. Think like a stretching nylon. That's how these are made. So if you get really tight, it'll just keep stretching and it'll just stretch for you, which is pretty awesome. It's got the DWR finish on it, fully seam sealed. The cuffs that he started talking about a little bit there. It's a dual cuff system where you've got the internal and the external that you can tighten down to prevent like water. So like think you're getting a fish, you're holding it up, or you're reeling up, water's dripping down your arm. Well, not with those cuffs. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, check it out if you're interested. I'm not going to go click on the bib. I think that everybody that is interested in this will go check it out for themselves. I'll link it down below as soon as the stream's over. Okay, here's another one. This is a new one of these two is a new product. The other one is not. This is the new one. Fairly new at least. This is called this is from a company called DuraSafe. So if you have a boat and you have a Garmin Echo Map screen, you know that one of the problems is if you want to leave your screen on your boat, and I know a lot of people will be like, well, just unsnap the back of it and take the screen with you. Well, if you don't want to, maybe you have multiple screens and you don't want to do that every single time. You know that there are locking systems like this that are out on the market, right? These locks will allow you to lock. You basically replace one of your thumb screws or both of your thumb screws on your screen, and then it makes it harder for somebody to steal your screens, right? Well, here's the problem with the Garmin Echo Map series is there's this latch right on the back that a person, this latch right here, that a person can just hit their, like, even if this is locked, you just pull the tab and then the screen comes off, right? Well, they've now come out with a solution for it, and it's called the G Cradle bracket for Garmin fits factory bracket. So you've got your factory cradle, you've got your bracket, you've got your screen. You can get the locks for the sides, which you're going to obviously want to do. Those are sold separately. That's this E-lock that I've got here. They're $50 a piece, so they're not cheap. You can get one or two, whatever you decide to do there. But what's new is this guy, and I'm going to play this video. It's super short video, but it explains how it works because I didn't understand how it worked either until I watched this video. So check this out. If you have a boat and a Garmin Echo Map, this could be of interest to you.
All right, I've loosened up the bolts just a little bit so there's some room to slide the bracket in. So I'm going to line it up with the screws, but then you also want to make sure that these two prongs coming down are going on the outsides of this little lever right here on the cradle, so it doesn't allow it to be pushed in. And then you've got the sides slid in so that the edge of the bracket is right to the edge of the electronics itself. And then if you want to, you should just be able to position it however you want the electronics to be facing up, and then just screw in the bolts so it's nice and tight. So you should be able to put it at whatever angle you want to once the bracket's in place, and then you just pop the lock on.
So you can see here how that works. So the idea is that this just put a piece of, I think this is steel. I think it's made of steel, powder coated steel, I believe. So it just covered up that latch so you can't unlatch it. So two things this is going to do. There have been people that have said it sometimes comes unlatched when they're cruising down the lake. Well, this would help solve that problem as well. I know you can like drill a little hole and put a little pin through it too, but this will prevent from theft as well. So anyways, that's what this is. I don't work with any of these companies, so go ahead, get it if you want, get it, don't get it if you don't want to. If you just take your screens off every single time that you are coming off the water, you don't store your boat with the screens on it anywhere, probably not of use to you. But if you do want to get it, now you know there is a solution for it, which I thought was really cool because I've never seen anybody with a solution like that before. Cool. Next up, this is a pretty big deal here. Minn Kota introduced a kayak Tarova. So if you're one of those people that goes kayak fishing and you wanted a trolling motor for your kayak, well, guess what? Minn Kota has now released a kayak-specific trolling motor for the bow of your kayak. You can see it right here. This is the Kayak Tarova, effortless, reliable control for your kayak. So it's a 12-volt, 55-pound thrust motor with a 36-inch shaft. I think on my Old Town Autopilot kayak that I had, the 136 that I had, 3 years ago, that had the built-in spot lock trolling motor in it, like built-in, like it was part of that solution. I think that was only a 45-pound thrust motor, I believe. This has the advanced GPS trolling system, so this has spot lock on it. So this is a spot lock trolling motor for your kayak. Of course, you can put it on any kayak that you want. You can buy it. It's got autopilot, drift mode for precise control, effortless stow and deploy. So it's got a simple leveler and auto park, one boat network integration. It's got extends battery life for up to 5 times longer runtime. The weedless wedge 2 prop. It's a decent prop. It's the same one that I had on mine. And it's got a composite shaft. It's $1499.99, available as of 2 days ago. So if you're interested in picking it up, it is going to be available via Humminbird, Minn Kota Motors, Cannon Downriggers, and Johnson Outdoors. It is also available. Oh, these are actually, these must be the brands of Johnson. Okay, that is not where they're available. So you can buy it directly from Minn Kota, or I think you can buy them from Old Town as well, which we're going to flip to actually in just a second, because Old Town has also released some new stuff. They've released 4 new kayaks this year. The big one is what's called the Sportsman EPDL 120 Pro, but they also have the PDL 120 Pro. So we're going to flip over to their page here that we can see. If you're a kayak fisherman or thinking about getting into a kayak, I think Old Town now has like the best kayaks out there. What they've done on these PDL Pros is and the EPDL Pros is they've basically taken from the competition and they've looked at, okay, who has the best seat system? Who has the best track mounting system? Who has the best this, that, and the other thing? And they started incorporating a little bit from this brand, a little bit from that brand, a little bit from this brand, all into the kayaks that they have to really make some pretty incredible kayaks. The flagship one that we're going to see here, the new one, is this guy right here, the Sportsman EPDL Plus 120 Pro. So I'll click on this because this has all of the new features. And then the other ones are basically reducing some of these features. So one of the big things that this kayak has is the EPDL drive in it, which I'm trying to see this guy right here. So in the picture, ooh, I can do this. What you're seeing here is where you'd normally have your pedal drive in the kayak, right here in through the floor. Well, you can put a battery, a little battery here. Actually, I think that's a little dry box. The battery still goes under the seat, I believe. But this is an electronic pedal. So you can pedal it. You can do pedal assist, where a motor actually assists you in pedaling. Or you can do cruise control, where it will fully pedal for you and just take you wherever you want to go, just basically driving it for you. This is in this one that says EPDL. The ones that just said PDL, you have a pedal drive and it's not the electronic component, which is going to save you like $1,000, right? But you can get a lot of the same features that we're going to talk about here. So taking a closer look at it, they've now got dual stern mount. So two stern mounting locations for shallow water anchors or stern motors. So on the back, there's 4 bolts here. On the right, 4 bolts here on the left. So if you had like a power pole shallow water anchor, you could add those on there. You could put 2 on there. You could put 1 on there. You could put another trolling motor back there, kind of whatever you want to do. They now have a stern access hatch in the back. They never had this on the Sportsman before, so this is new. They've got a larger tank well, plenty of room to bring your crates, coolers, and other things, so it's a lot larger. I wonder if they say, I don't think they will. One of the big things that's different in why these things are able to be in here is these walls that you're seeing around the outside of the kayak are much thinner, meaning not that it's not as durable, but before, because there's air in here, right? Like there's just air in here. So it's like roto-molded plastic, and then you've got a top part, which is kind of your gunwale, if you will, and then it comes to the inside. Well, it's just skinnier, so there's less airspace in between there. They skinnied it up, which gives you the same width and length, but a lot more space inside for activities, right? And so that's how they have all this extra storage. They can now put this extra port in there. The rod holders, they have a total of 2 rear facing and 1 forward facing. They've got a rudder control knob here. Those aren't new. They've got cup holders, which are great. Accessory tracks. So they have more accessory tracks than they've ever had before, and they're aluminum now instead of the plastic ones that everybody hated before. And they go from all the way back here in the stern, basically up to the rod holder, from the front of the seat all the way up to basically past the pedal drive here. You can see on both sides of it, you've got all of that track mounting, which is great. You've got the EPDL or the PDL, depending on which model you go with. You've got horizontal rod storage that you can actually put directly into the kayak as well, in a 50% larger sealed bow hatch. Provides general internal hull access for rigging, access, and dry storage. You could put a battery up here, or you can put a battery under the seat. I don't know if it says under the seat battery. I don't think that it does. A lot of this other stuff is just somewhat improved. The handle is improved in the location on it as well. So that's what they got. And I'm super excited to say they're using amped outdoors. 36-volt amped outdoors battery comes with it. So if you get the EPDL, you're going to be rocking one of the best batteries on the market. It's nice to see Amped partnered up with them. But yeah, so this is one of the new ones. The other new ones that they've got out on the market are the PDL 120 Pro. So that was the EPDL Pro. So you can see you're going to save yourself $2,500 by stepping down from the EPDL Plus to just the PDL 120. So that there's obviously a massive difference there. They've got the Ocean Kayak Malibu EPDL 120 that's got a few differences on it. And then I got to zoom out to make this thing scroll here. They've got the 106 MK, and then they've got a pedal Ocean Kayak Malibu as well. And then here's that Kayak Tarova, that trolling motor that we were talking about. They've got here as well for $14.99, and it's got I think it's called the micro controller on it. So if you wanted to, you could get one of the non-EPDLs and mount this thing on the front for only $14.99 more. So you could actually get cheaper than the EPDL. So if you got just the PDL. But anyways, that is what they got. Okay, another new product. See, we're just so many new products, so much to talk about. And I cut a bunch of stuff off. So next week I know should be busy as well with a ton of content to go through. So Yamamoto delivers the Zako, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Slim. This is a plastic bait. But what's really cool about it, did I pull up? Oh, shoot, I don't have the video of this guy. But this thing is really cool. If you look at the action online, it actually hooks up super slick. I'm not going to click on it just for sake of time here. But it hooks up. You could just throw like a jig head through it. You can drop shot with it, but these have a ton of action. You can see in the tail of the bait here how it's kind of sliced into so that it's really thin, and then it's got like a bigger spot. So that way it's not just like a loosey goosey tail on it, but it has a ton of fluttering action. It's kind of that swimming action in the water. So these look really cool. I haven't tried them yet, but in the videos that I saw, these baits look pretty cool. And I'm a big, like, this is the type of thing that I'm a big fan of for open water fishing. I don't use plastics a whole ton, ice fishing, but I do like them for open water. All right, next up is this looks like a brand new company. I don't know how I've never heard of it. Nobody's talking about it. If you have any type of trailer, like you could have a snowmobile trailer, you could have an ice house like what they've got here. But if you have a trailer that you want to be able to bring with you when you're going out on the ice, and you've got a ton of snow, you can basically make it into a skid shack now. And they have Trailer Otter now has these things that are, I call them wheel skis. I'm not sure what they call them. Turn any wheelhouse into the ultimate skid house with Trailer Otter. Tow ski and wheel skis is what you can see here. Is they make one that you actually put your tongue on right on here, and then you hook it up to a machine, either a snowmobile. You can hook it up to an ATV, anything like that, a side by side. And it basically makes it so that way you've got all of the weight on this rather than on your machine itself, and you can pull it through. I've got aluminum ones, but these are roto-molded plastic, but they look super heavy duty and durable. You can see how these wheel skis are set up. They've got ones for single axle and double axle. If you want to pick these up or check them out, it looks like, in a little bit of the snooping that I did, is Miltona Blacksmith in Minnesota is selling them right now as well. So if you wanted to check those out, go ahead and check them out. I'm going to try to get some eyes on them at some point here and see how durable they are. But just want to let you know that's a new product that has just hit the market as well. The post office. Whoever would have thought I'd be talking about the post office? The United States Postal Service has some new stamps. These are the freshwater fishing lure stamps that they launched back on March 13th. I thought these were pretty cool. I think they're the same price as a regular stamp, but depending on, they come in panes of 20. As forever stamps, they will always be equal in value to the first class. Yeah. So these look like they are the same price as a regular stamp. So why not get some of these? So next time you need to buy some stamps, if you need stamps to send out birthday invites or something like that, or thank you cards or holiday cards or whatever you're going to do, maybe go stock up on some of these, because these are the only fishing themed stamps that I know of, which is pretty cool. And then I will show you the actual USPS website where you can buy them. So you can get them. They're 73 cents per stamp. So you can get a sheet of 20 for $14.60. There you go. Issued right out of Springfield, Missouri. Awesome. All right. Another new product here is the AFTCO X Kicker Pickle Kick. So this is a collaboration between Kicker and AFTCO, and this guy looks pretty dang sick. Look at the little A in the eye here. How cool is that? So they've got a few different color patterns on these guys. They've got a 3-inch, a 5-inch, and a 7-inch. They've got a bone. This was the finger mullet. This is probably my favorite one. The Midnight Marauder looks pretty impressive. Chartreuse, the Convict, and the Grand Slam, where you get the 3-pack here. And these come in the 3-inch here. They're low in stock, so pick them up if you want. These are directly from AFTCO's website. I have not looked for them elsewhere. I don't believe they're elsewhere right now, because these, from what I'm understanding, were just announced this last week. So if you're interested in picking them up, I will link them down below so you can get directly to those. All right, next up, Eurotackle has a new lure. It is the finesse version of the Hellgrammet. Helgramite, 3-inch. Look at the action. I wish every lure website would do a animated GIF like they do here, where it's just on a loop. It doesn't take up a lot of data, but this is way better than a still image of the lure. So you can see kind of some of the action on it, which is why I'm showing it here. I'm definitely going to pick some of these up. I think like bass, walleye, crappie, they're going to eat this thing up. But this is what's new. I'll go ahead and click on it. 3 inches, $5.99, brown, black, bluegill pro, and morning dawn, all available, $6, and that gets you an 8-pack of them. So if you want to buy them, you can get them right from Eurotackle's website. All right, off to like deals now is what we are going to focus on next. But before we get into the actual deals, one thing I want to let you know about, there is a Bassmaster Classic champion, Chris Lane. If you don't know who he is, I did a little research to see what does his career history look like. Chris Lane is a 6-time winner on the Bassmaster Tournament Trail and the 2012 Bassmaster Classic champion. Look at this. Total tournaments 182, classic appearances 7, wins 1, time in the money 102 of the 182 tournaments. He's won money. Look at this. Career winnings $1.9 million. And like, you've got a good job when you love fishing, and when they ask what your hobbies are, you don't say that your hobby is fishing, because that's what you get to do all day, every day. So his hobbies are spending time with the family, golf, playing cards, and hunting, which I think is great because he obviously fishes incredibly well. But anyways, the reason why I'm telling you that is Power Pole is currently doing a giveaway. You do not need to buy anything to enter. You can go right to this website and enter here. You have to enter by the 23rd. So by tomorrow, Sunday, you need to enter. If you want to click enter here, you can go ahead and enter in. And what do you get? What does the winner get? Well, I opened up the official rules and I will tell you exactly what you're entering to win. The grand prize winner will receive a trip for one to Lake Guntersville in Alabama, right in his home state there, and an opportunity to fish with Chris Lane on a date. TBD on what the date will be. The trip includes 2 nights of accommodations for one adult at a hotel. It'll be a single room with double occupancy. Coach round trip airfare is included from a major airport within the contiguous continental U.S. Fishing with Chris Lane must take place on a day, TBD on what the day will be. And if the winner is unable to make the trip or is otherwise unavailable on the date that they pick, or if the fishing trip is canceled for reasons beyond the sponsor's control, the winner understands and agrees that the fishing with Chris trip has no cash value. So if you can't make it for some reason, you don't get any money or anything, but it's free. So you may as well enter if you're interested in doing it. If you want to go fish with Chris, I'll have a link to this down below. All right. Off to some of these deals here. This is a deal that somebody had shared with me. This is actually from Ice Junkies Outdoors is where we got this one from. This is at a Walmart. So if you're looking for deals, maybe stop by your local Walmart. This was a manager special in the store. A portable buddy heater, typically $89. That is actually a very common price for these, $89. They had it by sale for $30. I gotta grab some energy drink here. These late night streams, I tell you. $30. You can go and pick them up. This guy picked up a few. He actually bought some for his buddies as just kind of gifts. So it's kind of cool guy there to know. But if you're looking for a portable buddy, go check out your local Walmart. They're doing the end of season blowout deals on some of this ice fishing and winter stuff right now. All right. West Marine still has quite a few deals going right now. I will link some of these retailers. I just popped over to a few different retailers that typically have fishing gear and electronics to see what's on sale right now. So I'll link them down below. We're not going to go deep into them because we're already closing in on the hour mark here. But West Marine is known throughout the country as being a very reputable dealer. And they've, of course, got all of the Garmin deals that are on sale right now. These are the lowest MSRP prices that you're going to see on these, but sometimes you'll find bundles or deals that go a little bit below. But if you're looking for a Garmin screen, this is a great place to buy them as well. But one thing that I wanted to call out, because if you find the same Garmin screen at any reputable big name retailer, they're going to be the same price. It's not like one of them. It's not like Shields is cheaper than Cabela's is cheaper than West Marine. They're all at the same price right now. But West Marine has all of them. And then Lowrance. If you're a Lowrance user, they got some really good deals going right now. So they got the HDS Pro 16. I know this is a high-end screen, $5,000 normally. It's $1,000 off. They got $1,000 off on the HDS Pro with the CMAP Discover versus the Active Imaging HD 3-in-1 transducer. They've got, where's more of the Lowrance stuff? Here we go. The HDS Pro 12 with the Active Imaging HD 3-in-1 transducer and CMAP is normally $3,450. It's down to $2,700. So they've got a ton of these things going right now. They've got $450 off the HDS Pro 9 with the Active Imaging HD 3-in-1 transducer and CMAP. So go check out some of these deals. The Lowrance deals are better than the Garmin deals. If you are already in that Lowrance lineup and you want to stay there, I'm a big Garmin guy. I like my Eagle Eye, not going to lie, but I don't think I'd ever switch all the way over to Lowrance, at least not with their current offering of what they have. But if I already had a bunch of Lowrance on my boat, you better bet yourself if I was looking to upgrade a screen, I'd be looking at the deals that are out there right now. I think these are some of the best deals we're going to find. All right, next up, Trika. So if you remember I think it was last week, I had shown you some of the deals that were going at the Northwest Sports Show here in Minneapolis, and they had $30 off their open water rods. Well, guess what? Online right now, you can go to Trika's website. I'll link it down below, Trika.com if you want to go zip to it right now. Spring break sale, $50 off rods and reels. So that is your open water rods. Is it their ice fishing as well? Shall we find out? So yeah, $350 down to $300 for the Trika 6X, which is their premium top of the line rods, and they have both spinning and casting. And then from $250 down to $199 on their 3X. I might pick up another one of their 6Xs. I got to go in my gear garage and see what I need for this year. And then, dude, the Trika Ice is $50 off as well. These are $129 rods down to $79. I don't need any more ice rods. But at $79, whoo, this is a crazy good deal. I think this is a better deal than they had for Black Friday. I have to go back and look. I'll make a post about this because this is a crazy deal. I mean, what is that? I'm going to pull up a calculator. What's $50 off of 129? Oops. 50 off 129. That's almost 40% off. I get it's not ice season right now, right? And like $80 is still a lot of money for a freaking ice fishing rod, but like, shoot. I haven't used any of their reels, so I can't tell you if I would highly recommend them or not. But they've got, it looks like just bait casting reels. They don't have spinning reels. I'm a big spinning guy, but yeah. John, saw you hop in here late, but here, appreciate it, man. Nice member of the channel. Thanks for hopping on. Poseidon, how does that 6X carbon weave handle feel in the hand? Dude, it is so light and it feels so good. It like one of my favorite by far open water rods that I've got, like hands down. I've got a couple custom rods that I really, really like. And then this is right there. Like these rods are absolutely incredible. The sensitivity of the rod is incredible. I highly recommend it. And here's the thing. Like if you've thought about getting Trika, I don't know why I'm hard selling Trika right now. I like you buy from them, I get absolutely nothing for it. And that's not why I do this stuff, but like I want you guys to have good stuff and get a good deal, right? They've got a 365 day. Let me take this off the screen. 365. I zoomed in too far. 365 day money back guarantee. So you literally could use it all season, make an assessment after the season's over and be like, do I like them enough to keep them? Nah, you get to send them back. You can send them back and they will give you your money back up to a full year. They've also got an incredible warranty on these too. Oh, here it goes. Money back guarantee. All Trica products come with a 1-year unconditional money back guarantee from the date of purchase. Should you find yourself unsatisfied for any reason, we will exchange it for a new product of the same series or refund you the full purchase price. This does not cover lost or stolen products. Only good for the original owner. And if you have questions, they got a phone number. Call them or email them. The warranty. Let me show you this. So their warranty, where would they have that? Why is it hiding? Typically don't hide that. It is an incredible warranty. Oh, did it say right here? Nope. Contact us. Warranty policy. Here we go. Lifetime warranty policy. Every Trica rod has a one-time replacement warranty for the life of the rod. In the unfortunate event that your Trica rod breaks for any reason, they offer the original customer the opportunity to purchase a new Trica rod of the same or similar model at 50% off the retail price. So you have a one-time replacement warranty for the life of the rod. In an unfortunate event that your Trica rod breaks for any reason, they offer you the same or similar model for 50% off. So that's what they got. I thought you had one-time replacement for free. I wonder if it's changed. But it's a lifetime warranty. So that's what we're talking about there. So anyways, done talking about Trica. We got a few more here and we're already at the hour mark. So Shields has also got some deals rocking and rolling right now. They've got the Freybill HQ 200 hub ice shelter for 90. Oh, I'm not zoomed in enough. Sorry about that. For $99.99, $100 for a brand new. Granted, it's small, but it is a hub house for $100. Normally $270. Vexilar is blowing these batteries out the door. 12 volt, 12 amp hour max lithium battery. This is a Life PO4 battery, and it comes with a 2.5 amp rapid lithium charger for $70. This is honestly not a bad price. It's $5 per amp hour. That's not $5. Just a little bit more. Whatever 70 divided by 12 is. I guess we'll do it right now. $5.83 per amp hour. That is some of the best pricing out there. And they're not bad batteries by any means. Are they the best? I don't think so, but at $70, you can't beat it, honestly. So click the link. I'll link it down below. Check it out. I don't know how many they have, if it says that they're running low or anything. It does not say that they're running low. So go check it out. 13 fishing heat wave. It's $5 off. There's a combo there. I'm going to zoom back out here. They've got their Guide Series ice rods down to $45 from $60. The portable buddy. I'm sorry. This is the big buddy heater for $110. That's not even that great of a deal. Here we go. The 12 volt 9 amp hour is $40, but this one doesn't look like it comes with a charger. So it's 40 divided by 9, $444 per amp hour. Let's see if it comes with the charger. Replacement battery, so it does not come with a charger. So make sure that you get a charger if you want that one, or if you already have a charger and you want an extra battery. This is a 9 amp hour Life PO4 battery. They've got lures in here, the Fin Gear Tech shuttles. They've got that same deal that's just like, this thing's been lit. Oh, it's sold out. And the price has gone up. Oh, that guy's gone. $17.99. This was one of the better Black Friday deals that they had, and it stuck around for a long time because they had them. I don't know if they're going to order more. I just recently was looking at a wholesale website where you can buy some products. I mean, we can't, right? You got to be a dealer, but they had these bundles still available. So I'm not sure if people are still buying them or not, but this is the LVS 32, $17.99, one of the better deals there. But 130 different products in here. Portable Buddy for $69.99. So go through this. This Shields is a great place to find some of these deals. This new color of the Acme Ice Hyper Rattle Jig. This is the new color, the glow color that came out this year with the moonshine glow on it. $6.99 to $7.49. They got a lot of really good deals going. So, all right. Another place where you can get deals right now, because remember, tariffs haven't impacted a whole lot of this stuff yet, because these are already sitting on their shelves and they want to sell through this stuff. So get this stuff if you want. I will link all these deals down below. Sportsman's Warehouse has got some blowout deals on a few things. If you're looking for an Eskimo Keeper men's ice fishing jacket, $150, $100 off right now. They've got the Rapala jigging wrap. They've got some accessories in here. You got Eskimo hand auger blades, dual-headed bucket ice fishing chisel, the glow shot spoon. They got a lot of stuff here, as you can see, on some pretty dang good deals as well. These are the end of the ice season deals that you're going to see. So go pick them up if you are interested. Fish USA also has some deals rocking and rolling right now. A lot of tackle and some like random things. The thing that I saw that I thought was the best deal from Fish USA is if you've been looking for the Flame King, like the refillable 1 pound propane tanks, this is one of the better deals you're ever going to find on it. $16 for one of them. I know it's expensive, but these are refillable. So you just refill it again and again and again. You refill this 2 or 3 times and it paid for itself, right? Versus if you were to buy those 1 pound tanks that are like $5 a piece or more, depending on when you buy them. Also, we're going to talk more about this next week, but the big spring sale on Amazon is starting March 25th. So we'll come back to this next week. We're going to talk more about it next week because it will be live next week when we do the FGTN show, which is technically this Friday. So in just like 6 days or whatever it is from now. But some of the deals that are already going that I expect to continue or maybe even get better. This is the Lowrance ActiveTarget2. So this is the latest and greatest live imaging system for Lowrance. They have the ActiveTarget1. Of course, they've got the Eagle Eye, and they've got the ActiveTarget2. The ActiveTarget2 is the best option that they have for live imaging right now. It's not bad, but it's the best one that they have. From $16.50 down to $12.55. This is lower than most retailers have them right now. Most retailers right now have it for $12.99. So go ahead and click this link and get it off of Amazon. Save yourself some money if you're looking to get it. Also, Placino. I'm a big fan of this brand. They have a lot of really cool and they're actually pretty decent quality fishing gear accessories. So I've got vertical rod racks. These are some horizontal rod racks that if you are one of those individuals that you've got more horizontal space than you do vertical space, maybe for some of the taller rods and you've got a shorter ceiling or a spot to put them, these are right now on sale as well. They are cheaper than $29.99. Once you sign into your account, I think they drop a couple bucks, and then you can get an extra 15% off and an extra 10% off coupon. So like this thing stacks them down and it's almost half off right now. I'll have that link down below. And then the other thing is Yak Tracks. Right now, about 25% off kind of across the board, depending on what size that you have. These are really good spikes for glare ice because they don't make a ton of noise and they can help prevent slipping on the ice. They are not good for like if you have a good amount of snow, because they'll kind of gum up in the snow and they won't be as good, but they're good for hiking and walking as well, even outside of just like an ice fishing space. And then Fish USA, of course, they have their daily deals, and this right now is their daily deals for today. Best deal that I'm seeing on here are these Kalen's SHOW tungsten jig heads. These things look awesome. I've been planning to pick some up. I should probably pick them up now when I can buy 2 and get 1 free. So basically 33% off. These could be my go-to for open water this year for jigging a minnow when I'm targeting walleye or bass off the side of the boat. But they've got a few other things on here as well. So let me know. Thank you all so much for watching the live this week. Let me know any comments that you have, any other topics in particular you want to make sure that I cover either on the show or in videos coming up. I haven't been dropping a ton of videos on the channel. I've been doing quite a bit of filming for some stuff for next year that's coming out, getting to check out some of the new ice gear that's going to be released next year. I can't wait to tell you about that coming up here in the fall. I'm also working on a project. I'm building a new tool that I'm hoping within the next week or two I will have ready to go for you, and it will be incredibly helpful for a lot of people. And then we've got I'm looking for a boat right now as well, because I totaled out my boat last year. I got that video coming out soon. So we got lots of activity coming out on the channel really, really soon. But let me know anything in particular you have questions on, any gear you want reviewed, comparisons that you want, let me know. But be safe out there. If you're getting out on the rivers, if you're still sneaking out on the ice, depending on where you're at, be safe out there. Use the buddy system. Till next time, take it easy. See y'all.